let go of the rope a little bit in the second quarter, which obviously when you give them 41 points, I think it was a 26-2 run or something like that. So
Seemed like there were a lot of possessions in that, or in a row with very few passes, if none at all. Like
there was a couple, yeah. I mean, for at that point in time, for sure. There was we then when we got down, I guess we tried to go ISO a lot, which has been a habit of ours. When we did stay in the flow, we missed some looks and couldn't convert. Thought we had some transition misses that were inopportune given the time and when they happened. So,
how do you kind of breathe more into this offense now? It's kind of, we're 26 games into the season now.
We've got to, we've shown flashes of doing it. We got to sustain it, and when things get hard, we got to stick with it. So we've tried to put more movement into our stuff. We didn't really see that a lot tonight.
With Cat, you guys know him better than just about anybody. What did you try to do to limit him, and how was he still able to kind of get?
Well, I mean, we short closed him out about half a dozen times. I mean, we should know that. I mean, that's that's just a personnel thing. It wasn't a scheme thing. We tried doubling the post. When we were able to execute that, we could create some turnovers. But again, their cutting game really hurt us. They were cutting. He was finding them sometimes on the cut, but open up the play behind it, and he was making the right play. He was outstanding tonight. So,
talking about breathing movement into the offense. How much of that can you do from the bench, and how much it just kind of needs to be?
Yeah, I mean it's been trying to call a lot of sets. Trying to call a lot of plays throughout that part of the game, but we're gonna have to get back to doing what we always do. We know it works. When we move the ball early and we get other guys involved, then shots will open up. So.
Why do you think that's been so hard to consistently achieve?
Not sure. I think we got guys who like to go to work early. And then when we have been able to get off the ball, we just haven't made shots. So some of the things that we actually like to go to that create movement or create open opportunities for each other, I think have dried up for us a little bit. Like the Mike Rudy pick and roll. We have to force more of that. I think we got to get downhill with the mentality to create for others rather than downhill with the mentality to try to score over multiple people at the basket. So
Nas had early foul trouble and it kind of maybe threw your rotations out of whack. Did that maybe affect what happened in the second quarter?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. That lineup that we had to start the second is something we've never seen before. So I knew it was going to be high risk going in, but I felt like if I was going to try to play Rob, that was going to be the time to do it. Jaden at the 4 thought maybe give us some defensive versatility there, but it was, Cat got loose, from the 3-point line primarily. So
I was going to kind of ask the same thing because that seemed to be when you guys shifted the way that you were guarding Towns. That became Gobert's job primarily. How would you assess or what worked in the Randall with Rudy kind of in the spy look versus Rudy just on Towns?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were able to be more physical at times in the Cat. Cat did a really good job of just letting the game come to him, though. Given the circumstances of the evening, Rudy at the rim was a little bit more impactful. And then when we were able to keep the matchups that we started the game with, we were good. When we started to deviate from that or had to deviate from that, that's when they got us. So.
Anything else defensively outside of the Cat thing that you're just like, this was significantly worse than what?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I thought our off ball was, we kind of got caught watching a lot of things. We were late on guarding our own cutter, late guarding the action behind the cutter. Late getting tags on the low man. We were a step late everywhere defensively. So
seems like for multiple years now, when somebody has like a heater of a first quarter, it just spells doom for this team offensively after that. Why do you think that is? It can be like an 17-point first quarter or whatever. Tonight was Julius, and it just doesn't seem to.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, every team is different. I don't know. Sometimes he may play you right out of the rhythm of any kind of offense, but sometimes when you have a heater, it doesn't mean it's always going to continue in the way that it starts. But I can't speak for all the other great first quarters people have had.
Chris, do you see anything with Ant in terms of just trying to find a rhythm? It doesn't seem like there's been a lot of games for him lately where he's been able to just really inflict himself offensively on teams like he has in the past.
I think I think they're certainly loading up to him. Maybe he can be a little bit more aggressive. But I thought he started the game in the right way, trying to make the right plays. I thought he created a lot of really good shots for teammates. I thought he passed up some shots that I think probably could have taken, certainly in pick and roll there. He tried to get downhill, get to the rim. That didn't really work very well. There was a big crowd for him there. So, but I'm not overly concerned. So.